Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Music Tech Help Guy, and I got a really great question here about bouncing sidechain effects without having to print them in place in real time. So Boatsman23 asks, hey, got a question about logic. When using sidechain on a track, take a bass track being triggered by the kick, for example, how do you go about bouncing the bass without losing the sidechain effect? I know that you can record it onto another track, but isn't there an easier way to do it? Absolutely, there is an easier way to do it. It's a little bit weird, and I'll demonstrate why, but once you understand why it's a little weird and how to work around that, it's super easy and way faster than printing this down to audio. So the effect he's talking about is when you have a bass or some other instrument and you've maybe got like a kick drum or some other transient material, and you want the kick to duck the volume of the bass track. What you do is you add a compressor, and then you sidechain input the kick track, and then when you turn that on, it sounds like this. So it's this stereotypical electronic music ducking effect, where the kick is ducking the level of the bass. Now, if you want to see a tutorial on that, I'll leave a link to that in the video description and comments below. But what he's asking is, how can I bounce this without the kick drum in it, but with the effect of the sidechain down to audio? So one way you might think of doing this is, okay, I just mute the kick and I play this back. The sidechain effect is still there, so I should be able to just select this track and press Control B and bounce this down to audio. The problem is when you do it that way, it ignores the sidechain input. So it's not even taking into account the kick drum ducking effect. Now, another way you can do this that takes much more time is you can create an audio track, and then you could set the input of that audio track to a bus, and then you could route a send from this track over to bus 2, option click on the send level, and then you just record enable the track, hit R to record. That'll do it too, but you're gonna have to wait the duration of the entire track in order to capture that audio. Also, if you're going to do it this way, make sure you change your track format to stereo so you're capturing the audio in stereo and not in mono like I did here. So there is a workaround for this, fortunately. If you take your kick and your bass and you select both of them and put them in a track stack, specifically we're gonna use a summing stack. What you might think you can do is you might think, okay, I'll collapse the folder, select the track, press Control B, and bounce in place. Okay, we're good, right? One problem, the kick drum's in there. So when you try to do it that way with a track stack, with a summing stack, even if the kick track is muted, for some reason it still puts the kick drum sidechain signal in the audio file that was bounced. So fortunately enough, there is a workaround for this. What you do is you do everything I just did, put it in a summing stack, keep the summing stack open, and then on the actual summing stack track, just create a blank MIDI region. You don't even have to put it, you don't have to do anything with it. You don't have to put anything in there. Just put a MIDI region in there, select the MIDI region. And by the way, make sure that the MIDI region is the full length that you want to bounce. Select the region, right click or control click, go down to bounce in place, or you can just press Control B and then bounce this. And what it's going to do is it's going to bounce the output of the summing stack without including the muted kick drum. So if I just completely mute the summing stack, this will just be a bass with the ducking effect with no kick drum on it. And then if I wanted to bring the kick back into the mix, I could just pull it out of the stack, delete the stack, and then unmute the kick. So that's how you can print or bounce your sidechain effects into a new audio file without including the sidechain source, in this case, the sidechain source was the kick drum. So great question. This is a new series of tutorials I'm going to be doing where I answer your questions here in a video format, because while I try to answer as many questions as I can, often there are questions I just can't answer in one paragraph. So I've created a new playlist of Q&A tutorials where I'll be posting questions that I answer in tutorial format there. So if you have a particular question that you want me to answer that's maybe a bit more detailed and maybe would need a full tutorial in order to answer, leave your questions in the comments below and I will try to get to as many of them as I possibly can. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel to see more content like this. As always, thank you so much for the support and thanks for watching.